3-string day, 2009 Maton Performer. What do we got? The EBG 808CL to be precise. I've had this guitar since 2009. It's been to Hong Kong, lived with me there and playing in hotels. It's been to Japan, playing ski seasons up there. It's been through Canada. It's been all over New Zealand. It's been a fair way around Australia doing various gigs. It's been played by a few celebrities, one of them even being Green Day, who signed it, whatever his name is, Billy something, I don't know. He seems like a nice guy. The fun part was, I wasn't even there. The guitar was. I was in Australia playing some shows, and a mate of mine who'd borrowed it let them up on stage and they played it. And Billy was apparently going to smash it at the end. And I'm glad he didn't. It's had a rough life. It's been danced on when I've been slightly intoxicated. Several rebraces. It's had a wonderful fret job done just recently. I've had stainless steel frets put on it by Jeb Cardwell in at Melbourne Guitar Repair, and can't recommend him highly enough. Lovely guy, great work. Time to rip these strings off and put some new ones on. So my other 808, which served me for, I think it was a 2006, and I had that right up until 2011, I think it was. It was nicknamed the Terminator because I just could not kill it. However, just like in the original Terminator movie, I did eventually kill it on one very, very stupid night on Mount Hotham, 2011. And Dallas Frasca had shown up to play. And if you haven't seen Dallas Frasca before, you need to go and see Dallas Frasca. Her and Goat Boy, also known as Jeff. Well, actually, his name's Jeff, and then he's also known as Goat Boy. Put on an amazing show. They are just fantastic. And they had let me get up to jam, and I was a bit beyond it. This was back in my drinking days, and I got a little bit silly and decided to go all rock star, and I just pummeled it into the floor, and it just busted apart everywhere. And it was an embarrassing moment, and one that still gets me a little bit to this day, but it's that gentle reminder of don't be a dick. Elixir 12 to 53s. I am a 80-20 bronze nano web guy. Not everybody's vibe. I know a lot of guys out there prefer the phosphor. I know some aren't even a fan of elixirs. I have tried many strings. I just keep coming back to these. Maybe I'm just soft. My precious fingers can't handle the toughness of a normal string. They do last me just that little bit longer because I can kill strings in a gig. Quite often I'm still replacing these on average of once a week. Sometimes every second week if I happen to have a good week where I go easy on them. I got a little board, started drawing on the guitar. So I was on the edge of retiring this guitar. So I started just writing gigs on the edge of the guitar around it, and I was going to make my way right around the body. And I think by the time I got a few months into doing that, I realised I'm not really going to retire this guitar, so I stopped doing it. Kept playing it and kept having fret buzzing issues, and I'd replace the nut. I did all sorts of things, just trying to hold off on the cost of doing it. I'd given it a fret dress myself, and kind of got me through for another year on that. But then it got to that point of just really needing to be done. So I reached around. I didn't reach around. I hunted around. And for different people, and now I'd used Jeb for some work on some other stuff in the past. Loved the quality of his work, and so I went back to him, and he dropped in the new stainless frets, and so she's come back playing great. That's my favourite sound in the world. And back to gigging it full time. It's still pretty much the guitar I take to 98% of my shows, unless I'm playing a band gig. Always my favourite part. Now, this is the most dangerous part. We all know that, guitarists. When you're cutting strings, there ain't nothing worse than a string going right up under your fingernail. I've got a little bit of a rattle on my G. We all have a little bit of rattle on our G string. We've all had it. So that is the story of my Maton 808. It has many years ahead of it yet with the new frets in it, and it just continues to be a faithful companion. I hope you all have a great weekend, or a great week, or a great month, year, etc. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. I'm sorry about your grandfather passing away. That's really sucks about your marriage, but hey, plenty more fish in the sea. You go get 'em, man. And just because I needed to cover off whenever people might be watching this video. They may not watch it right now. They may watch this in 2025 or 2030 or something like that if we haven't exploded this world by then. There's positive thinking. Uru. Don't put my hand down there. Uru.